think anyone is looking for a major re-rating in the near term. So the two steps, the first is this deal should hopefully go through. If it does go through, then yes, there will be some premium valuation compared to the historical. And once they outlay their plans, and if the plans are something that looks attractive from the shareholder point of view, there's a definite re-rating coming. So from an investor point of view, I'd stay invested at this point of time. I think there is upside in the stock, and there is money to be made. So
all right, stay invested.
Even buy.
Understood. We'll leave it at that, Samir. Running out of time. Stay invested to see upside going ahead. Of course, we'll need clarity on these plans that they spoke about, the 30-day, 100-day plans that the Munjal Berman Consortium has already planned for Fortis Healthcare going ahead. We'll need more clarity on that front to understand if there is a re-rating due for the stock. Thanks so much, Samir, for your quick take on this latest development. So that is the latest as far as the Fortis Healthcare goes for you. But with that, we'll wrap it up here on Trending Today. Thank you so much for watching.
In association with Higher Inspired Living and Standard Chartered, here for good.
F&O Spotlight, weekdays at 10:30 a.m. only on Business Television India.
The all-new Toyota Yaris. All sense, all sedan. Bookings open.
A leading non-deposit taking NBFC with 100 branches across 13 states. Indostar Capital Finance Limited. Public issue of equity shares of ₹10 each through the book building process in the price band of ₹570 to ₹572 per equity share. Bid offer opens on Wednesday 9th May 2018 and bid offer closes on Friday 11th May 2018. For risk factors and other details, please refer to the red herring prospectus available on the websites of SEBI, BSE, NSE and the BRLMs to the offer.
Welcome. You're watching F&O Spotlight, and over the next 20 minutes, we'll take you through strategies to play this market. It's a positive day of trade, but the gains are being capped ahead of that Karnataka election that the market participants will be keeping a very close eye out on. The rest of the market's also looking to perform in line with the benchmark. Bank Nifty is up 0.3%. The mid-cap and the small-cap index also performing in line. Stock of the morning is Asian Paints up 5.5%. Nestle as well posted its earnings, is having a stellar morning with very, very strong gains rolling in. For Nestle, which is now up 6.5% to 7%. OMCs are looking good with the price hike expected as early as next week. Stocks like HPCL, BPCL and IOC are all trading in positive territory. UPL is up 1.5%. Indiabulls Housing Finance is looking good. Consumption across the board is seeing some buying. So beyond Nestle, stocks like Marico, ITC, HUL, Britannia, Colgate, Palmolive are all trading with a positive bias. Adani Ports is up and about. Banks like Kotak Mahindra looking good. TCS TCS is up and about 0.7% higher. HCL Tech, Infosys, and the second rug mid-cap IT names are also performing in today's day of trade. On the sell side, telecoms had it bad. Bharti Airtel and Idea are both under tremendous selling pressure. Pharmaceutical names are also looking weak. Tata Motors, Hero MotoCorp, Titan, and M&M are some of the other losers. Emphasis post its earnings is up 6%. Berger Paints, along with After Asian Paints earnings, is looking good with a gain of 5%. CCL continues its up move. Container Corp is up another 4% in today's day of trade. Tata Communication is up. TVS Motors is not looking too bad. L&T is also up 2.5% in trade. Bombay Dyeing, Bagaria Industries, Century Ply are some of the other counters in the small cap index that have gained about 2 to 3% this morning. We have with us Jay Thakkar now joining in to talk to us about his trading strategies. Jay, on the index, what is your call? We've got that all-important Karnataka elections this weekend. Ahead of that, I'd imagine traders would choose to be on the sidelines. The gains at this point too are looking capped. Are you expecting the second half to turn a lot more exciting, or do you think we will cool off as we progress through the day?
Hi, good morning to you, Samina. Well, I think yes, we might cool off or we might see some consolidation continuing. See, the only difference between the last state election, the major one which we had seen, there is Gujarat, and the Karnataka one, which I am seeing a difference. And Samina, if you have also noticed the same, is that during Gujarat elections, you clearly had the BJP, having an upper hand out there, but then the markets were sideways. They were within that range. So where the sentiments were quite possible that they are likely to form a government, but then markets were sideways, and post that we saw that market rallied towards the new highs of almost 11,200 approximately, right? And now this one, wherein the hopes earlier were not that that the ruling party is going to win. I mean to say, the BJP is going to win. I don't know. Markets are anticipating the same, that is what is going to happen. Hence, now if you are seeing the rally is happening, markets are not giving up. Stocks might have, some of them, we might have seen some result reaction or some crude effect on a few of these stocks, but then overall the market has been on the upside. So where the probability was very high, their markets were sideways, and now where the probability is like, I would say half, there, the markets are on the upside. So it's going to be it's very interesting, very crucial, I would say, going forward in today's trading session, especially because we're going to have the exit polls results also coming out before the election result coming out in the next trading session. So I think technically, if you see 10,790, wherein we have seen index forming double top, if in today's trading session, Samina, if we see a close above those levels of 10,790, then it's a very high probability that we are likely to see index moving towards 10,900, 11,000. Failing to do so can happen anything. So if it doesn't close about 10,790 in today's trading session, I would not say that you be long aggressively. Avoid long positions, because that's a double top pattern. If that turns, if that plays out, then you can see some correction of 100, 150 points coming on Nifty. So my view is clearly that buy Nifty only about 10,790, else leave. What option strategy one can have as of now is that surely there is going to be a good move, and as far as the options data is concerned, we've been seeing that 10,800 having good amount of OI on the upside, whereas 10,600 on the lower side. So what one can do at current point of time, wherein we are very close to the middle of the bull range, I think long strangle should be the ideal strategy at the current point, because we haven't seen that the wigs going up that much, and either if 10,800 gets taken off or 10,600 gets broken. That is what is going to happen ultimately in the next trading week. I'm quite sure about it. So long strangle should be the strategy.
Right. Jay, let's talk stocks now. Nestle, Britannia are the big movers in trade this morning. The theme very obviously is consumption. Is there a trade on those counters still available, or would you look at counters such as a Bata, Colgate, Palmolive, ITCH to broaden that consumption theme?
See, Nestle definitely has rallied quite a lot, and I think it can still continue towards the levels of 98, 9900. I think Nestle is a buy for me. The way the stock has broken out from an ascending triangular pattern, which is a bullish pattern. Post that, it has rallied quite a lot, so it can cool off. It can take we can see some profit booking happening in few trading sessions going forward. But then overall, the stock has a good support at around the levels of 85 to 8400 positionally. Until those levels are not broken, I think we can see on the upside 98, 9900 coming on next. As far as the Bata and other stocks are concerned, Bata is a good stock. If you see any decline coming in Bata, you should buy, because that is one stock which is going to form a 52-week high for sure in coming weeks. Because the stock has clearly broken out from a falling wedge pattern, post which it has been forming high tops, high bottom, and it's trading higher in its wave 5. So Bata is a buy clearly too. Apart from these two, I think there can be some other stocks as far as the futures and cash segments are concerned. So we can discuss definitely those. But out of all those you asked right now, I think these are the two names wherein I think positionally traders can create long positions.
Just stay with us. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back and continue our conversation. So stay tuned.
Looks good. Selfie? Mutual funds. Mutual selfie? Online mutual funds, digital payments, instant account opening, and more. Standard Chartered.
Celebrating excellence in digital marketing and advertising. Setting the benchmark for this dynamic industry. Highlighting innovation, creativity, and effectiveness. Digix Awards 2018. Saturday at 11 a.m. Sunday at 6:30 p.m. Only on Business Television India.
A leading non-deposit taking NBFC with 100 branches across 13 states. Indostar Capital Finance Limited. Public issue of equity shares of ₹10 each through the book building process in the price band of ₹570 to ₹572 per equity share. Bid offer opens on Wednesday 9th May 2018 and bid offer closes on Friday 11th May 2018. For risk factors and other details, please refer to the red herring prospectus available on the websites of SEBI, BSE, NSE and the BRLMs to the offer.
Welcome back. You're watching FNO Spotlight. What about IT, Jay? What are you doing with some of those IT names? Stocks like KPIT, Tata Elxsi are trading quite flat. The outperformance has taken a break for now. Would you buy any of these IT counters, even a TCS, Infosys, Wipro, anything in the IT pack that looks like a good buy right now?
For me, as of now, in the IT stocks, there are two names, Samia, which I would like to bet on, and that is, one is Persistent, which I think has not participated much, and Persistence is likely to inch towards the levels of 890 to 900 in the medium term, short to medium term, and positionally, I would say for the longer term, for at least say 6 months time horizon, Persistence is likely to surpass the levels of 1000. That is, it's going to come in the 4 digits, is what I think, because overall the stock chart formation is quite good and is absolutely bullish. As far as the other large cap names are concerned, I think in the short term, Infosys looks quite good on the upside. We can see the target of 1220, 1240 coming on Infosys till the levels of 1140 on the lower side are unbroken. So the short term trading perspective, Infosys, and from the medium term positionally is Persistent.
Yeah, what about stock recommendations from your end? What would you be recommending to our viewers today?
Sure. So, I have 3 stock ideas in futures and 3 stock ideas in cash segment. The futures segment, I have a buy recommendation earlier. I would say, first of all, I've got a buy on Axis Bank. I think Axis Bank is likely to inch towards the levels of 565, 570. One can buy 550 call option out there, targeting around 21, 22 with a stop loss of around say 11. Second buy recommendation would be on Bajaj Finance call option. Bajaj Finance too has clearly broken out, and we have been seeing good long build up happening in today's trading session. So Bajaj Finance 1900 call option, Samina, is a buy, targeting around say 70, 75 on the upside. One can place a stop loss at around say 34, 35. The third buy recommendation would be a buy on Infosys. I would say 12, one can buy 1200 call option of Infosys, targeting around 19. One can buy this with a stop loss of 11. I've got 3 buy recommendation others, I would say, Samina, from the cash segment. And I would say at this point of time, even betting something on the cash or equity front would be good, because as far as the derivatives are concerned, I'm just giving you call options today and not the futures, anticipating a good volatility coming in on Monday or Tuesday. Hence, I'm recommending few cash segment ideas as well. I have got a buy recommendation on Filatex Chemicals. This stock has clearly completed its correction, and I think the wave for correction on Filatex Chemicals is over. The volumes have been expanding. Recently, we saw the stock inching towards 87, 89 and has corrected back to 78. Now it's again a buying opportunity, as a risky or is absolutely bullish. With a stop loss of 74, one can buy Filatex Chemicals, targeting around 90 to 94. The second buy recommendation is on Filatex. Now Filatex too, Samina, has been clearly trading in an upward sloping parallel channel. The stock has been forming good high tops, high bottom on the weekly charts, with an increase in volumes or an expansion in volumes, I would say, wherein the momentum indicators on the weekly charts also absolutely bullish. The short-term target, however, for Filatex is 230. One can buy this with a stop loss of 198. One very high-risk trade is what I'm going to recommend right now, Samina, is on Ruchi Soya. The reason is we have been hearing that the company is going to be taken over by some other companies, and there are a lot of bids coming in. Like that of Fortis Healthcare, wherein we have seen now that Munjal group is coming. So I think here
So says he talks about